Gets set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Sit you down and tell you some things.
But when I was caught up on D. Smith saying it's his fifth. Like I didn't realize they've been married to now.
Nah, yeah, that is crazy.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Yeah, D. Smith at his fifth anniversary coming up in a little bit.
Nah, that's lit. A man beat up ain't a bastard like myself.
We all bastards.
Pretty much.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
But dude got the ugly ass shoulder pads on Derrick Henry, fucking pissing me off already. Fucking huge ass shoulder pads.
Hey, I forgot to turn my shit up this year for you, Dia.
What we didn't know was that protection was
I'm
going
glad
to spring a leak on the first play from
I'm glad you bring it up.
You do that to me, you gonna lose every game from now on.
It's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher
My
from
shit
here.
right there.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive.
These are Sixers City edition jerseys. These little jumps they wearing.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary.
Yeah, this little play-by-play lady got some fat-ass titties talking to Mike Boudin. I ain't never seen her, little light-skinned Joe Dion.
What game is this?
Now on third
The Bucks and 76ers, they playing on TNT.
Open man is Cameron Batson, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Oh, you got Ralph
Pitt.
Pitt.
48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Who y'all talking about?
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon.
Nah, Deshaun was in going to bat for you earlier, bro.
Time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan.
Yeah, I fucking got in here. And I got called a snake. I'm like, yo, what did I do? It was brought up to me. I ain't say shit. He said, thank you for speaking up for me. I said, yo, you already know what's good, man.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Yeah.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I really be blaming me for the world, but I be tripping. Yeah, who's this big ass nigga on the 76ers, though?
I get pissed off.
Tennessee offense about set ready to go. And on the first
what do you call that nigga? Ghost hunter?
I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from
guys... I said, who you gonna call, man?
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped.
I gotta keep it going. I mean, I can't just let it die there. I gotta keep it building.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tannehill. And now he lost the football.
Is it really me?
Loses it, and the Texans scoop it. Look at the big man rumble. 20. Sheds off the tackle. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football.
You better put 40 on this top. That's all I know.
There's so much going on, so much swirling.
Come out with the double Stewskis or else, you know, we got to keep it going.
Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Nah, he can't be manning up with the football team DB.
As a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Lindsey now off the read option. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
What the fuck, Elvis?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Yeah. Nah, I like that. That shit tight.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
It'd be crazy how the NBA be working. No Ben Simmons, no Embiid, and they up 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the
Crazy
drive.
to do that shit all the time.
Last time the turnover on the fumble.
Big 3 sit out, they fucking whooping
so that
somebody
had to be
ass.
very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen.
It's so normal. It shouldn't be, but it's perfectly normal.
People be having that shit court mandated, have somebody blow for them.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's tough. Good out there, Joe.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
That's returnable now for Smith. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Texans are going to have the football with 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Watson now going to run the option right.
I perfected the sign.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Breached the contract and shit.
It's the same thing.
Here's Watson. His throw incomplete.
You be breaching. You be
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
I ain't taking no cap hit, and we ain't letting you walk for nothing.
Second and 10.
Divine late day rights.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you're going to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to bring ridiculous sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Yeah, they had it Bronson when he was freshman.
Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, you been to that one arena, Deion, in Fort Worth?
Watson.
I think it's the Dickies Arena.
I ain't never been in them.
Swung out for Lindsey.
Me neither.
It's a gain of
Maybe
7, and that'll make this a
I don't know. Maybe in high school. I probably could have went to high school for a basketball tournament.
Oh, it's been around for a minute.
Kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
I want to say.
I thought it was. No. I just thought it was new.
Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
When my niece was still here, well, not new, but newer.
Right.
When my niece was still here, we was gonna go to WWE jump, but COVID came out.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
It's just that when we talk about doing a trade, we do a trade. You feel me? It don't be in the closet. I'm just saying.
Watson.
Let me look at your scores out.
Yeah, that one drops down.
It's just that when we speak about trading and we start negotiating, that trade, it goes through. Niggas do it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about
Got any picks, Ralph?
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
Yeah.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I wasn't even trolling.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall.
I just got
pick a spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Honestly, I'm trying to think about what teams I never had in Madden type shit.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And
I've had them. That's when me and Ghost was in the same jump. So Jeremy Hill used to be wild.
Yeah, bang on you.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
It was a good pick. That's y'all, man. That's y'all king.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me think.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3
Let
scores
that man
already.
be.
You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he got an X-Factor corner.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
What's his record?
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this complete to
shit ass that I can't make the playoffs.
Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't think I'm gonna make it this
When
much.
you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
On first down, Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially.
I was trying to shoot some shit. Niggas was trying to shoot some shit.
Unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more.
I'm fixing to get off here, dog.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him a little bit. Not quite
that
desperation
shit's real time.
It's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Being Wink going down the week. Week 17, son. Or 18.
Tannehill sacked.
I need that.
They were in the top 5
Oh,
in
yeah,
sacks
you
in
can
the
squeeze
league
in there.
coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to
First
their
of all,
offseason.
why?
They decided to make it a priority.
I think it's just me year
It'll
round.
be a 39-yard
Rap, you
punt,
got
no
Vanguard?
return, and the
Yo,
offense
Moss.
will take over
Okay.
with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start with the option. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football.
Devin, what you
It's not
doing,
a
bro?
huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up.
We about to hop on
realized
Call
he
of
still got
Duty,
good
bro. You
yardage
fucking with
out
us?
of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second down now. It's
Man,
Lindsay.
fuck Terry. He on
And to the
Apex.
43-yard
He on
line.
Apex.
2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes
Man,
remaining
we got
in this first half of football.
That nigga forgot the text.
I ain't know Sykes was in here. I
That
thought
nigga
he was
forgot the
gone.
text.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Back to throw, Watson. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss.
Nah, niggas can do it in real life just because of how the
Not what you
game
need down
is.
here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the
McCaffrey can't
defense.
stay healthy to do it.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across
No,
the 40.
because it's not Eckler, it's just his style. So, and then, like, yeah, that's, you're right. That is why it's tough like that. You go tell this man, how to play when he, same thing with P, and P, he got to have a receiver to have 200 yards every game, you know what I'm saying, for him to win. You know what I'm saying? If that's what, so it's like, it's a tough thing,
Tannehill.
Like, you can't tell niggas how to play,
Tight end over the middle, that's Ferkser. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's what you run.
We've got movement up front.
That's what it's the plays you run. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing too. It's like yeah, because a lot of people have said that it's the plays that you're running, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like. Right.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
He run the ball.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
But and then also listen, all I go. This is my thing. Another thing. He's not the only one doing it. You know what I'm saying? All they do. They all just point the finger at each other. That's all they do, bro. That shit is annoying as fuck, bro.
They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he's going to get
this you ain't fucking with us, bro?
30. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And if he had a better receiver, his stats would be crazy. That nigga got a bum leading the league in receiving. So, yeah. If he had a decent receiver, bro, his stats would be crazy, bro.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there.
Which I'm not. Terry ain't did shit yet. I'm just saying, like, Rich not the only spammer. You know what I'm saying? If we going by the technical sense of the word, you know, he not the only one.
This about to be annoying as fuck. By the way,
they'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Yeah, that nigga right there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Yo, these niggas got hella
Titans
dogs
offense
coming
set
after
to
us,
begin
man.
the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You go over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think
Mike played with his team. You know what I'm saying? He used his team. You feel me? I can expect that about Mike. Sure. That man got that. He got.
Now this throw caught left side. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Tannehill. Going up top.
Yeah, he was. He like, that shit is OD.
Very nice game. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
Yeah. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
2 big plays in succession.
He did have 1,000 yards.
Yeah, Duke Johnson is the original 99 speed cheeseback.
No, that's Cajun Dumbo.
Fullback try and take him home. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback.
Nah, but Duke Johnson did. He had 2,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards speed. One speed.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
99 speed. I got to give it to him.
Man,
Tannehill gonna throw for
y'all niggas pussy. Y'all not gonna say
I say you gotta say, yeah, we just gotta put out fucking, you know, do a rule amendment or something, but yeah, not just, I don't think we should single out on Rich.
Why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example.
Yo,
I mean, honestly, I'm like torn on it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, because the shit's been around for a long time, you know, it's been a thing, it's been an issue for a minute, you know, so once we say something, you know, from that point on, we policing stats, so.
Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Danico Autry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Listen, if something is said, I'm behind it. You know what I'm saying?
18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
I played them all.
On the counter, Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Watson now to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Of course, not saying nothing is like, you know, at the same time, that's like taking the easy, you know, it is taking the easy route, but
you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
He looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And
yeah, we got Ronnie. We say something. We definitely saying something Ronnie.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
Right.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta have like some sort of system, bro. Like we can't do no stack out there. I feel like we just can't.
And that was
God
amazing
damn
because
it.
Niggas gonna be hitting
drive
that
went
200,
and
250
no
yards every week,
adjustments
bro.
and no big plays
And
by
at
the
that point, they
defense to knock
following
the
the
ball
rules, so
away.
it's like, you know what I'm
Now,
saying?
meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete.
So I'm not trying
and
to
that's
fuck
gonna
with
take us
that.
to the
Oh, you can
end
tell
of the
niggas.
third
Oh, we can.
quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA
We can definitely
Sports.
get the fresh rules because we don't have that.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill.
Oh, look, this is a rule I seen. I seen something that said your running back can't lead your team in receiving like after
From the snap, he
like week
certainly
8.
looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball.
Something
But
like that. I seen a rule
that
like this
guy was
somewhere.
covered,
I
so he
kind of
took
like
his
that
attention
rule.
elsewhere to no avail.
You know what I'm saying?
The Titans on third down.
Because it's like saying like the first couple games, yeah, that's cool, you know.
Now it's Tannehill.
But that's what you have to do. But by week 8, it's clear that if your running back leading your team receiving week 10, week 12, whatever
So
week
how
you
we
want to make
losing
it,
8?
it's clear that you know this is just how you're playing. You know what I'm saying? You're force feeding a running back. You know.
Mm.
What is over penetration?
Gonna go for it here on fourth down.
Oh, spamming.
So
No, bro. They was doing this. They were doing. They do this no matter what, bro. No matter what's happening, bro. They do this, bro.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
We completely dominated.
Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up.
You not to do that spamming shit that y'all was doing in Hard Knocks last year. You not to do that shit.
On second down, right back to Lindsey.
Yeah.
Snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Use all your players, bro.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth.
Before game 10, because game 10, that's 200 yards a game. If you got 2,000 yards by game 10.
Because with a 2-score lead, you
Nah,
maybe
3.
just
It's
sitting
3.
on it trying
Maybe
to drain
4.
some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Sliding out of the
If they had hit put
to
him.
go with it, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys.
So your running back can't have more than 300 touches. That'll fuck their ass up. Your running back ain't had more than 300 touches. You know what I'm saying?
Salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
And niggas getting up to their running back.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
It's always a motive, bro. It's always a motive, bro.
Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since Ladick.
And he's going to be
no, bro, it wasn't no joke. Tommy put that shit in the fucking the little report, bro. Oh.
6-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's
yeah, I went and looked at that shit, and I'm like, nah, they can't fucking compete with
this
man.
Figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
They just mad that P did that shit in like 3 weeks. P had like 200-yard games in like 3 weeks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Lindsey now off the read option. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Houston, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next